Hello bros and brodettes, we are back with another video on Sparrow Nights where we're going to check up on where the game is currently sitting at. Okay, so after all the shit that's been going down in the world lately, let's see how that impacted on Sparrow Nights. Okay, so after all the stuff that's been going down in the world lately, I've kind of been low-key watching at Sparrow Nights, and if you guys haven't noticed, like, there's been a long-ass time since we had even a small update, aside from the small bug fixes that were related to the auction house anyway. And not mentioning all the boxes that have been coming out lately. We kind of talked about 2020 and the things we were expecting to see with all the data mines people have been doing. And we're gonna be one quarter into the 2020 and we still haven't seen anything, not even from the producers, not even as far as I know, they haven't said anything about the game, if anything new is coming out, or even if they actually even confirmed that the things we were talking about for so long are even going to come out, which led me to wonder what actually percent of chances those things actually have of coming out. Anyway, I still have people writing on YouTube that they're coming back, they saw the video, they decided to give the game a try, and they all write basically the same thing, that they love it, that they're gonna stick to it, that they're gonna try it again. Even on Discord, we're still talking about the game, a lot of people in there still play the game, and it kind of makes me wonder, like, I know people are coming back, especially those who, kind of missed the little updates with the Turbillion and the casino changes. And I can imagine that that's like, whoa, that makes them stay, like for, I don't know, depends on the person, like from 1 month to 1 year longer, right? Like, what was really interesting to me was actually, I bought some energy before I kind of took a pause from Sparrow Nights. And the price actually dropped, like I was expecting the price really to soar up, because, you kind of expect people to stop playing Sparrow Nights and then come back again. And I came back on and I saw the price like at 6,700, I think is currently the number. Yeah, actually 6,500. And I think when I bought my last batch, it was like above 7K. And that's actually a really good indicator, because that means that more people are buying energy, which means there's more energy in the game and less crowns compared to each other, Which actually means that players are returning to the game, or even new players are finding the game. Especially with Corona being active these last few months, I guess, kind of probably inspired some players to come back as well. But what I'm interested to, kind of get into the mentality of the guys that keep coming back. Like, what do you honestly want from the game? Like, we had videos, me talking about what I'd like to see in the game, or some guildmates, yada yada yada. But I'd really like to, hear from you bros, like, really the ones that's been playing the game for so long that you came back, like, I don't know, you've been playing the game since it came out and you still come back, And what do you want to see from the game, like, not something huge, like, oh yeah, let's have Sparrow Nights 2. What would your suggestion be to 3 Rings to make a small change that would, completely change the game, which is, entirely possible? What I want to know from players that are coming back, like, what makes you come back? Like, I'm sure everyone has something different, what's the thing that makes you come back? Like, Is it just to kill time? Is it because you're bored? Is it because you missed the game? Is it because you, I don't know, miss the people that the game has? Like, feel free to write your reason in the comments, and maybe we're gonna, you know, do like a podcast sort of thing where I call, I don't know, like from 2 to 4 people, let's say, and we're just gonna talk, you know, like what makes us want to come back. Aside from that, I'd also, I don't know if you guys know, I mean, I bet some of you guys know, like what impact did you know, the corona thing have on 3 rings? Like, what's their situation currently? Because let's face it, the disease wasn't easy on many companies, let alone a small kind of not really struggling, just, you know, not a big company as 3 rings is. What impact the virus actually had on them, and maybe still has, because I kind of got a little worried that there could be a chance that the coronavirus actually killed the development plans for 3 rings. You know, people needed money, and maybe figuring that out would be a strong answer whether we're gonna get new updates or not, because if the disease really did ravage 3 rings, you know, internally, I hate to break it to you, bros, but there may not be more updates for Sparrow Nights, at least not big or medium ones, maybe even not small ones. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, come on, we all were kind of hoping to get updates, but if we know there are not going to be any updates, you know, you just we know that there are not going to be any updates, and we don't have to, you know, bring our hopes up, and just play the game in peace. You know, play the game for the people that are there, play the game for the unique mechanics that the game offers, and still just retain the glow that the game offers, you know. These are probably all things that we're going to talk about in the podcast we're gonna do with the 2 to 4 people that I mentioned previously. This is probably gonna be a short-ish video. I kind of just want to, you know, show up, say hello to you guys, see how you're doing, to know that you're, you know, healthy, staying alive. I'm also gonna be pushing out some videos for Sparrow Nights in the upcoming weeks, and we're gonna see where we go from there. And until then, stay healthy. Feel so lucky.